my tech notes. We have spent the last few videos diving deep into the brain of transform, covering everything from tokenization, embeddings to self-attention, positional encoding, and feed-forward network, and the decoder. If any of these terms sound like a foreign language, or if you just want a quick refresher, I highly recommend pausing here and checking out the previous videos in this playlist. It will make what we are about to do much more meaningful. But for those of you ready to see the magic happen, today is the day. We are moving from theory to practice. We are going to see exactly how a large language model, an LLM, takes a simple prompt and generates a response step by step. To do this, we don't need to build a model from scratch. We are going to use the Hugging Face Hub. Think of Hugging Face as GitHub of AI. It's a massive open source platform where organizations and researchers share pre-trained models, databases, and demo spaces. When you land on the hub of Hugging Face, you will see a large number of models present on its home landing page. Based on your type of work, you can select the task or type of task. Is it a text generation task? Or you want to convert your text to some image, or you want to convert an image to a text, video to text, whatever you want to do. Based on that, you can select your model from here. Along with that, you can also select number of parameters that you want, because these models are sometimes very heavy and it takes a huge space to load on your computer. So that's why it will be good if you can specify number of parameters. Okay. So that's how you can select a model from here. For now, to do today's work, we'll look for GPT-2 model. That's a very basic model and very initial kind of model that we can use for generating our text from a prompt. So this is OpenAI Community GPT-2 model. Okay. To run our code, we are using Google Colab. If you are new to it, Colab is a free cloud-based Jupyter notebook environment. And the best part, it gives us access to Google's GPU for free, which makes running these models much smoother than on a standard laptop. So to write a code, first of all, we start by loading a transformer. So I just showed you on Hugging Face that for now, we'll be using this OpenAI Community GPT-2 model. This Hugging Face setup is so helpful that when you click on use this model, where do you want to use it, you can get how to use this model. Like from transformers, import auto tokenizer and also model for casual LM. So that's how you can start using this model. So that's what I have done. We have here, I have imported auto tokenizer, auto model for casual LM as suggested on Hugging Face, right? So from here, where this code has loaded pre-trained tokenizer and model, that is from GPT-2 model from OpenAI community on Hugging Face. Okay. Now here, after this, what will we do? Here's the prompt. Here's the prompt that we want this model to read and generate the output, right? So this is the prompt, write about a fruit apple. Then we give this prompt to tokenizer. What tokenizer will do, as we have studied earlier, tokenizer will break each text into tokens and give them unique IDs. So that's what it will do internally. So tokenizer.encode will read this prompt, break it into tokens, and here is a return tensor PT, that ensures that the output is a PyTorch tensor and suitable for model. And this tokenizer.encode will convert string into list of token IDs. Okay. So this input IDs is a list of unique token IDs. Now our next step is to generate output. After tokenizer, the task of transformer is to do embedding, apply attentions, positional encoding, and then feed forward network, right? So that's what this model.generate will do. This method uses the loaded GPT-2 model to generate a sequence of new tokens based on the input IDs. Okay, and these input IDs have been generated from the input text, that's our prompt. So max new token parameter, we have set its limit to 50. You can set it to 100, you can set it to 10, whatever is your requirement. This number is to limit the length of generated continuation. Do samples equal to, this enables sampling based generation, leading to more varied and creative text. Top K equal 50, this filters the next word prediction to consider only the first 50 most likely words. Temperature 0.5, this temperature parameter is very important. It sets the prediction or probability of an answer. So it controls the randomness of prediction. Lower value means more deterministic output, and higher value means more creative output. Pad token ID is end of statement token ID or end of sequence token ID. So model.generate will take these inputs and will generate a sequence of new tokens that we can say output IDs. Then comes the role of decoder. After generating these output IDs, we give those output IDs to decoder, that is tokenizer.decoder. Tokenizer is already we have taken from CGP2. It will decode or convert those output IDs into human readable form, that is the text form. It will skip all the special tokens, that is EOS or special characters or spaces in the line, text between the words, okay, and it generates the text. And here we can see what is the prompt and what is the generative. So it's so simple that initially it read prompt, converted into token ID using tokenizer.encode. Then it used those token IDs or input IDs to generate output IDs. And with the help of decoder, it converted those output IDs into human readable text. Now let's execute it. As you can see, it is taking lots of time. It will take some time to load, okay? So as you can see, it loads the weight. First of all, it will load the weight. So here it is executing. So it is done. So as soon as we hit on run, Google Colab tried to load weight of this pre-trained model from Hugging Face. As you can see here, okay. It tries to load the weights from Hugging Face for this pre-trained model. After this, it loads config.json, tokenizer, vocab, merge, tokenizer.json, okay. Here you can see loading weights for this particular model. GPT-2 LM head model load report from OpenAI community. Now, after loading this its weight completely, it reads the prompt that we have given and then convert that prompt into token IDs and generates the output. So this is what it has generated. Our prompt was write about a fruit apple, and model's response is write about a fruit apple. The apple was a simple apple. It looked like a normal apple and knew it was a normal apple. Okay, so that's how it has generated. If we re-execute it, it will generate some other output. Okay, if we re-execute it, it will generate some other output. So we can change our prompt also. So it will try to write a response very close to that prompt. And there you have it. Those theoretical blocks, the embeddings, the attention heads, feed-forward layers just work together to turn a string of text into a coherent thought. In our next video, we'll look at how we can fine-tune this output to be even more accurate. If you find this helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my Tech Notes for more deep dives into the world of AI. It's just a beginning.